I think I want a second opinion.
I've spent the better part of my life watching Leon S. Kennedy survive the impossible. He's always felt invincible to me, but seeing the latest Resident Evil Requiem footage has me genuinely worried for him. Is he going to die now? Well, let me tell you more about it in this video.
You there, Leon?
So, why are people suddenly obsessed with Leon's fate? It's a question you'll see in every forum, Discord server, and comment section since the reveal at the Game Awards 2025. Honestly, I didn't think I'd see the day where the community was this unified in their anxiety. For those of you who might be living under a rock, Leon S. Kennedy is the golden boy of Resident Evil. He's been our main lead since 1998, evolving from a cop into a government agent who literally beats monsters. We've literally watched him grow up, and because of that, there's a little personal attachment. But then came the Resident Evil Requiem trailer, when Capcom finally confirmed Leon as a playable character for the 9th installment. It should have been a moment of pure hype, and it was, until we looked at him. This isn't the Leon from the RE4 remake, who was still relatively fresh-faced. This is an older Leon. He's like someone who has seen too much and fought too long, and we saw him alongside the newcomer Grace Ashcroft. The previews show Requiem as a very character-driven chapter, and the tone is of course darker. It feels like a last ride story. A veteran like Leon with a younger person like Grace. I think the torch is getting passed on. The trailers show Leon as a mentor and a protector. But is Capcom going to kill him? Oh well, we'll find out soon enough, I guess. The excitement is there, but so is the tension. What do we actually know about Leon in Requiem? Let's go through the facts we've gathered so far. Leon is a playable character, but the gameplay loop is split. No, not like RE6 where everyone was a superhero. In Requiem, Capcom is playing with two distinct styles of horror. Grace Ashcroft represents the underpowered survival horror experience. Her segments are slow and tense. You guys should check out the demo footage. Then you'd have Leon. From the Kotaku and Xbox previews, it's clear that Leon's gameplay is more action-oriented and combat-heavy. He's charging through environments full of enemies, using heavier weapons with an aggressive style. However, even though he's a powerhouse, they're not letting him off the easy. We saw him in Rhodes Hill, and nothing in the official material states he dies, but the framing is everything. He's being shown as a guy whose arc is reaching a major turning point. A man who is incredibly capable, but looks like he's running on fumes. So, is this goodbye? Damn, I'm not ready for this at all. Is Leon really infected, and why does that matter? Now, let's get into the infection theory, which is where things get scary. If you see the hands-on impressions and the high-res shots, there's a detail that's impossible to ignore. Leon has a nasty wound on his neck. And no, it's not a scratch. From the looks of it, it looks like a dark spot that looks like it's spreading. Everyone is currently obsessed with Elpis. Whether this is a new strain or a derivative of something we've seen before, well, it seems lethal. Tick-tock, Leon, time is running out. He's searching for a cure at the Rhodes Hill facility, and it's for himself. This turns his entire mission into a race against time. He's on borrowed time, and in the world of Resident Evil, that usually means one of two things: a miracle cure or a tragic end. I was watching some frame-by-frame breakdowns of the trailer on YouTube and seeing those black marks on Leon's skin, man, it hits different. Every combat encounter will feel more desperate. It's one thing to fight for the world, but fighting to survive long enough to find a way out of his own death sentence is different. The infection angle is the strongest evidence because his death is something biological and inevitable rather than a random bullet. If he's infected with something as aggressive as Elpis seems to be, well, he might as well be doomed. Dead meat. Could Leon go out in a big heroic sacrifice? We've seen Leon put everyone else's safety above his own for decades. I mean, that's what defines him. Now imagine him in Requiem, fully aware that the infection is taking over, knowing he's not going to make it back to a normal life. There's a specific scene in the trailers. Leon gives Grace the Requiem revolver. It's a symbolic moment for sure. Requiem could end with Leon dying to save Grace, allowing her to carry his legacy and his gun forward into the future of the series. If Leon has to die, he's going to go out saving someone. That's who he is. I can almost picture the ending. The facility is collapsing, the self-destruct timer counting down, and Leon stays behind to hold the door or fight off the final boss so Grace can escape. It would be a sad way to go, but narratively, it would be a perfect end. He started as the guy who couldn't save everyone in Raccoon City, and he ends as the guy who saves the world one last time at the cost of his own life. Or does he make it out, just not in one piece? Thankfully, there's a counter-argument that has a bit more hope, even if it's still pretty bad. Maybe Capcom is not ready to kill their cash cow just yet. Some fans on Reddit are arguing that Leon won't die, but he will retire. The idea is that he survives the infection, but it leaves him physically broken or permanently scarred. Maybe he loses an arm or a leg? Well, this would allow Capcom to make Leon a side character, but he'll be alive in the universe. He could become a mentor, similar to how Chris Redfield has transitioned into a leadership role with a Hound Wolf Squad. I've seen some great discussions about this. It makes sense from a business perspective. Leon is a massive icon, and killing him will make a huge portion of the fanbase very angry. But you can't have him keep doing backflips over lasers forever, right? I mean, come on, he's an old man now. Letting him retire due to injury would be a respectful way to let his story end without death. He'd still be there for cameos and advice, but Grace and the new generation would be able to take over. I'd honestly take this over him dying any day. Just let the man sit on a bench for once and have his vacation, I guess. So is Leon actually going to die? When you put it together, we're left with a mix of confirmed facts and very plausible theories. Fact, Leon is older. He's infected and he's handling a signature weapon to a newcomer. Theory, that infection will kill him or he will sacrifice himself to save Grace. This heroic death is nice and all, yet it's important to remember that Capcom loves a good bait and switch. They want us to worry. As of right now, there is no official confirmation that Leon dies because it's very early on. He's in a bad spot, sure, but he's been in bad spots before. My advice? Treat everything like, well, a theory. Just a theory. Not a spoiler. Either way, Resident Evil Requiem is clearly going to change everything we know about Leon S. Kennedy. I'm crossing my fingers that he finds that cure, and I'm grateful we get one more ride with him along the way. I'm really hoping Capcom gives Leon the send-off he deserves. How about you guys? What do you think will happen? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a conversation. Requiem's release window is inching in closer by the minute, and we're all equally excited to get our hands in the next installment of the Resident Evil franchise.